Hey guys, what's up? It's time for another video. I'm going to continue my basically series of my sort of review commentary on the dangerous world of Interpals. And I'm also going to talk about some social study sort of stuff with that, with what's been going on in my life this past year, and even, maybe even traveling the world to even meet some of these supposed friends on Interpals and my idea, because obviously I would like to travel the world someday. So I'm going to do a little bit of a vlog about that. I'll try not to ramble and repeat myself too much, but I mean, if I do, I do, I guess. So anyway, if you haven't watched the videos, I'll put a link to it and my other stuff. Obviously, I'm originally on Interpals because people keep stealing my pictures on the internet pretending to be me. They've been doing that for years, yada yada. I talked about that in other videos. Interpals is basically a language learning, a basically Interpals is a ghetto dating site, but it also has some aspects of language learning and culture learning, which I will agree. I have learned, I've learned a little bit here and there from Interpals, but generally the basic idea of Interpals is it's kind of like a ghetto dating site, which I'm not trying to knock it for. I'm not trying to say that's an awful thing, because obviously it's kind of romantic to think that you could, someone could love you, or you could have like a relationship with someone all the way across the world, right? It's kind of like I said, it's kind of romantic, right? So I'm not saying that's a terrible thing, but in general, that's what Interpals is, and yeah. So anyway, like I said, I originally became on Interpals because people kept stealing my pictures there, yada yada yada. Lots of catfishing stuff has happened to me throughout my life, and that's why I'm there. So anyway, and as I've alluded to in other videos, in a way, I'm sort of grateful because it has given me something to do, especially this past year or so, because my health has been really bad again. I had to have like friends and family take care of me again a little bit for this year. I couldn't even do a jumping jack for like 9 weeks. I was collapsing so much, you know what I mean? So part of me was like, you know what, in a way, I'm kind of, it's kind of nice that people stole my pictures to an extent, as long as they weren't making me look too bad, right? Because, I have gotten something out of Interpals. It's kept me a little bit busy, but at the same time, I've also met so many fucking terrible, awful fucking people on Interpals as well. And I will say, since I've been so sick this year, I would say it's kind of been the reverse of a few years ago. I put myself out there a lot, meeting new people in real life, to say, right? Not that the internet can't be real at all, but not that relationships or friendships on the internet can't be real at all. But around 2011 or 2012, I was putting myself out there a lot, meeting new people all the time, and it just went really. Most of the people I met during that year or two went really badly. Most of the girls were fucking crazy. I've told those stories before. They said they wouldn't be my friend unless I had sex with them. There's that nasty trailer trash group. They have all that stuff, and then I met a lot of guys. Basically, they just want to hang out with me because I'm popular with girls, and they wanted me to help them get girls. And it was just whatever. So 2011, that was a bad social year, even though I was putting myself out there a lot. This was kind of like, I feel like this 2015 was kind of the same. Like, because I was so sick, I was putting myself out there a lot on the internet, not on 4chan, because I've only posted on I haven't posted on 4chan that much this year, just on and off, because people had stolen my pictures there and pretended to be me there so much. I got tired of 4chan, kind of. I do still post there sometimes, but Interpals is, tons of people. Now, whether or not you're actually talking to a real person on Interpals is another story. Like I said, lots of fakes there. Like I said, you can watch the other videos, dude, if you want, dude or girl, whoever's watching this. So I put myself out there a lot, and if they had a lithogram, I don't know what the fuck that word is, but dude, you could see, dude, I've responded to thousands and thousands of messages on Interpals. I don't know how many it is, but I've tried to talk to so many people, and obviously I can't have a conversation with everyone, but I can sure at least try to be cordial with everyone. And I've tried to talk to so many people, put myself out there so much to learn, meet new people. Like I said, I have gotten some cultural knowledge and a little bit of language learning from Interpals, but there are just so many fucking terrible people, and I've talked about this in other videos, just like so many fakes, and I can't tell you how many just awful, weird messages I get just from people that totally hate me for no reason. They just talk about what a bad person I am, and who knows if they saw one of my fakes or something, did something to them, I don't know. But and just like people with like mental fucking issues, right? But oh, mind blank, right? But I'm still trying to put myself out there to meet new people and talk to lots of people. And I would like to eventually, thinking about, being sick, I would love to travel the world, but of course it's very iffy with my health, it's kind of dangerous. But, so thinking that my picture got stolen, actually, this might actually be a good idea, right? Like I can make these friends from all over the different places of the world and eventually meet them. And, at first I was pretty excited about this. And, I was like, man, there are lots of bad people, but there's some good people. But I feel like I've been on Interpals for so long, I've become very jaded by the site. Like so many people are so crazy. Like I got this passport, and I couldn't travel at all this year because my health was too bad. But so like the idea is now maybe next year I will travel the world and meet a lot of these people. But I've become so jaded because I've had so many fucking people I have thought were my friends on the site totally get mad at me. And I'm not saying all these people were fake, because some of these people I've legitimately, I've Skyped with, and they just found out they were crazy, but and they like unfriended me or blocked me, and some of them are just, they just told me straight up like I have a boyfriend, and my boyfriend would never let me hang out with someone like you in real life. You know what I mean? Which is an awkward compliment, but you know what I mean? It sucks because most of these girls, I don't flirt with most of the girls on Interpals. Most of the people I just talk to as friends. So it kind of sucks, right? And I've told this before about myself too, but I don't like the idea of if I don't like the idea of ever having sex with someone that I couldn't be friends with either. So most of these people I just talk to as friends. I'm not going around flirting with everyone, right? Most people I talk to as friends. So but a lot of times I've talked to people for months, and all of a sudden they get mad at me, they hate me. Sometimes I say it's like, oh, I have a boyfriend, I can't talk to you. Other times just completely crazy, right? And I haven't known what's going on, but I'm gonna get to this. Here's an interesting story to go on just how crazy fucking Interpals is. And some of the people I'm like, man, what happened? Did someone make up some lie about me? You know what I mean? And I know some person was like, well, you know what? People are still stealing your pictures on Interpals, so maybe someone is like, they're making a fake account of you, because someone made a fake account of me on Interpals, and they literally copy and pasted my entire profile. They just called themselves, instead of Clayton some dude, it was Clayton random dude, I think, right? And they're like, maybe this guy was going around and he was just saying, hey, this is my flirting account, and that other account is my nice account or something, right? And I'm like, geez, I don't know, maybe, right? Um, but okay, so, and of course I have seen some girls have messaged me, and they're like, hey, this guy is just randomly messaging me, and he's like making up this stuff about you. And so I was like, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? And thankfully they didn't believe him, these people that have messaged me that, but it's kind of weird that someone would use you as a conversation starter, right? So, anyway, the story, I have like dragged this on a little bit. Okay, so recently, um, a girl messaged me, right? Really pretty girl, real cute girl, model girl, right? I don't know if I should say her name. I'll just say Nikki. I'm not gonna say her screen account because whatever. I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna stalk her or something. Anyway, cute girl, nice girl, whatever. Or well, I think she's nice, right? Cute girl, real pretty, right? She messages me, and we just start talking, and again, I'm gonna get into why this is like just to show you how fucking fucked up and crazy Interpals is. So we start talking, and we actually have a lot in common, and I'm actually pretty shocked, right? Like she used to be a model, but she got sick too, yada yada yada. And we even Skyped once, and we Skyped for like 2 hours, and it went pretty well. I was pretty shocked. I was like, wow, like I thought we even said feeling like we have like a shitload in common. It's pretty fucking like crazy, right? I was like, damn. And so, I was happy. I was like, man, I made a new good friend, right? And like during while we talked, I never said anything, like I wasn't like hitting on her, trying to like, hey, get naked or anything. It wasn't anything like that, right? I was just like, sweet man, this girl's cool, like a new friend, right? We have a lot in common. So I mean, isn't that like the awesome part about the internet, that you could meet someone from another part in the world or wherever they are, and then you have like a lot in common. And that's part of like the cool aspect of it, right? So anyway, we had that good conversation. I was like, man, that's awesome. Like, who knows? Maybe this would be a girl that, if I travel next year, I'd even meet her and we could hang out sometime. So then a couple days later, she messages me, and the vibe is like totally different. And basically, she's like, "Do you know this so and so?" And I'm like, "Yes." And I'll try to make this a long story short. Basically, as luck would have it, she's friends with like the boyfriend, which is like an internet boyfriend of this girl, whatever, that I turned down actually on Interpals. She was messaging me to flirt with me, and originally when we talked, I had turned her down originally, right? But I had thought that I was still friends with this girl at the time, right? It wasn't like bad. We still talked, and I was like, oh, okay. I thought we were still friends anyway, right? And I didn't think she hated me or anything, right? So apparently, and this is how fucked up. This is how fucked up Interpals is. I can only assume that this girl was going out with this guy, like an internet relationship. Who knows what the fuck if they've ever even met each other? And that guy must have seen her talking to me at some point or something. Or I don't know what the fuck it was. Or maybe she commented on one of my pictures and he saw it, or vice versa. And apparently it looks like this girl made up some lie that I was creeping on her and trying to, at least from the sound of it, just trying to get with her, just out of the blue, like being really random. And so she made up this lie to this boyfriend that who knows if she's ever met. And that guy just happens, to be friends with this fucking girl that I just talked to, the Nikki girl, whatever. And he makes up, some lie like I'm going and making girls uncomfortable or something and like talking shit to them. Who knows? Who knows what the fuck she is? So anyway, I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, I know this girl, but she was the one that originally messaged me. And I can even show you the messages, right? And man, dude, the vibe just totally changes. Like, we went from like, I was like, man, I have a new friend. We have a lot in common. This is sweet. To, hey, we're not friends. We had one nice conversation. And just to let you know, like, I would never have sex with you. And I would, like, we would only ever be friends. Nothing else. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, oh, and it's just like, boom. And now she's like, you know what? Maybe I'll talk to you like in a couple weeks or something. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, that is that's like an experience. That's an Interpals experience that is not like, not that exact same experience, but just to tell you the randomness of fucking Interpals. It's like, dude. And of course, it's so funny. She's like, why are you being mad? Like, that's just normal. And it's like, dude, it's just like, and now I even think just like basic human interaction, right? I'm just thinking like, who the fuck, when you first meet someone, you start talking, would you say like, hey, I just want you to know, like, I would never flirt with you, I would never have sex with you, like, we would only ever be friends. Like, that's really kind of fucking rude and random just to say. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, that's just like, dude, you're like throwing a bad vibe on me. Like, I never fucking said anything to you. Like, I never talked about, like, we were just talking as friends. Why would you say that? So, oh, I mean, it just kind of was when you meet someone, man, and even in real life, and I'm not talking like I'm a pimp, but I can be pretty charming sometimes, right? You know what I mean? It only takes one bad vibe to ruin things, right? Especially when you first meet someone, you know what I mean? Because people just fucking, especially someone like me, you know what I mean? Like I can go out sometimes and I'm like, you know what I mean? I get, tons of attention, right? And, people do stupid shit for me. But other times, I've said it before and like, friends have said it before. It's like, man, sometimes people, they just fucking hate you. Like you just rub them the wrong way. They want a reason to hate you, dude. And it's like, man, that's just one of those things like, dude, like, I didn't say anything mean, didn't do anything. It's just like, man, and now it's like there's going to be this doubt. So like, now it's going to go like, who knows if I would ever meet this girl. So that just shows how quickly it could change. Like, one minute I think I've made a new friend. I'm like, dude, I could probably hang out with this girl. Looks like we have a lot of coming out. It's like, dude, you know what? Kind of looks like I'll probably never meet this girl. And that's fucking Interpals, dude. And that's like, that was a quick example that happened just in a few days. And like I said, I mean, I was disappointed. I mean, like I said, of course, obviously as a man, she was, she's good looking to her. So that's kind of disappointing. But, like I said, it wasn't even like that, dude. It was just as like a friend, dude. Like, and that's the thing, like, you can talk to people just as friends on Interpals and they will fucking go crazy on you. And that's why I think it's like, man, sometimes I feel like, these people that, they get catfished or something like that and everything, or just anyone on Interpals, like something like that. Like, it's like, dude, you know what? There's so many bad people on Interpals because you know what? Maybe you were fucking judgmental. You were like contributing to this vicious cycle of shittiness. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, give people a chance, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I was actually really fucking upset about that. Like, I mean, I actually don't normally get sad. Like, I haven't cried like in years, right? But I actually, dude, I was fucking furious to think that, and who knows how many other girls that this, you know what I mean? This girl maybe. she had made up this lie to other guys, and maybe this guy, maybe she's messaged other girls because I've had random girls too get mad at me on Interpals from other things too, and I know it's not just people from 4chan, right? So maybe this girl is the reason, like maybe she's making up some bullshit too because I turned her down before, right? I mean, or maybe just think about other girls that I turned down. Like I had never even like thought that, turning down a girl, like who knows, besides her, maybe just other girls that I'd turned down basically at some point or another that I didn't even have quite as friendly conversations. Maybe they've been messaging people too, trying to get them to hate me. It's just fucking, I've heard about it from other people, like some of the, but man, just to think that is like, dude, that is so fucking creepy, dude. Do you know what I mean? To think that there's someone just going around making up lies about you that you were nice to. It's just fucking insane, man. And like I said, I was actually super. Normally, I just get defeated from house stuff, you know what I mean? And I just like after this, I was so fucking furious that someone would just go and make up lies about me like that to someone that I was just nice to as well. And I seriously, I just sat down and I actually started to tear up, dude. I was like, man, I've been sick in the hospital this entire fucking year. I couldn't even fucking walk for a while. I'm nice to everyone I talk to, and it's like, man, it's just, dude, and people just, I mean, you can't even, like, dude, I have Skyped some pretty crazy people from Interpals, and not crazy in a mean way, but crazy conversations. Girls that have just been like cutting themselves the whole time. You know what I mean? And they're like super depressed and they're crying while they talk to me. They've just been in the hospital because they tried to kill themselves, and you know what I mean? Like I don't go to Interpals to flirt with people. That wasn't my intention, right? Like I talk to people to get to know people, talk to people, and I'm talking to people about real life stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to. Lots of these, I'm kind of like a shoulder to cry on in a way, almost for some of these people I talk to. And like I said, no, there's no sexual vibe between me and any of these people. It's just like sad conversations. Some of these people are just lonely and they want someone to talk to. And it's funny. And I get done talking to them, and it's like, man, that was so depressing. Like I don't know, I can help this person. And I gotta take a time out and I go to chill. And I'm like, the next time I'm on Enterprise, I'm reading the messages from people I've never even talked to. Like, you're a fucking idiot. You're a terrible person. It's like, man, dude. That's just, man, that's like it's I don't know, dude. It's pretty depressing, dude. I try to go out of my way to be nice. That's just not on the internet too, I mean, obviously in real life too, I always try to be there for people, and it's just like there's just always people that hate you no matter what you do. And that's pretty depressing. But that just goes to show you because it's kind of scary to think about traveling the world and that I don't even know how many people I can trust. And like I said, there's a lot of people that I've talked about actually meeting someday, and it just boom, they got mad. I don't know what's going on, and it makes me, to be honest, I felt pretty scared about doing this like world trip now, and it kind of makes me feel like too. It's like dude. Again, I'm not knocking the dating aspect of Interpals because I understand the romantic aspect of it, and it's kind of like, man, dude. It's like, dude, really, it's almost like, man, is it even safe to go and travel the world to meet some of these people unless there is a sexual vibe? Because unless you have some kind of like sexual tension that she's going to be there, it's like, man, because friendship doesn't fucking matter half the time because half the people are fucking crazy or have some mental problem or, I mean, like I said, it's just like, dude, like, man, it's like you almost have to like, you get screwed if you don't flirt with people in a way, right? And like that one girl, man, that one girl, there's sure who knows how many of them. Right? It's like, dude, you're screwed if you do, you're screwed if you don't, man. And it's obviously, there is the excitement, like I said, even as like, it, I don't know, man. It's like it's cool to think you could travel and have that kind of relationship with someone, that kind of movie moment. You have that moment in time that you will never get to experience again. And just something romantic and awesome like that. But at the same time, I need to know personally that I can be friends with someone. And it's fucking hard to make real friends on Interpals. I mean, I could tell you there's a lot of people you know what I mean? I thought I could trust at least a little bit and just boom. You know what I mean? And that's why fucking Interpal sucks. Because the people. Do you know what I mean? And it's people should take a look in the mirror, do you know what I mean, before they judge people. Do you know what I mean? It's like yeah, So yeah, but I guess that's my idea. I still want to travel the world. I would still love to go, do it. Of course, it's hard because of health. That's a very dangerous thing. Of course, I have to make sure I'm friends with people because it's such a dangerous idea to go. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're healthy, and you need to know that someone will be able to help me, and you don't know how many people are gonna flake. So it's like I need to know that I could meet multiple people there in case someone flakes, and it's I don't know. That's kind of like my Interpals update, I guess. And like I said, uh, yeah, like I said, who knows? Maybe next year I'll travel the world. Like I said, I was really fucking, dude. I was actually, man, it's been a bad year. I've been just in the hospital so much and just I put myself out there so much. And you know what? There's not a lot of people on Interpals I would actually say that I could trust to meet still, even after all this entire year, basically. And yeah, like I said, man, a lot of times I just feel defeated from being sick. I've had such a terrible life, abused my whole life, and then, sick and, dying and all this kind of stuff. And, people don't get it. Like, they just want to think I'm a bad guy, man. And it's no matter how much I put myself out there, there are just some people, they're like, dude, I got a message from one girl actually recently. She's like, I fucking hate that you're so nice. You know what I mean? Like, what'd she say? Actually, I don't know if I should go through all the messages, right? This is already going pretty long. Basically, she was just like, you know what? I don't like that you're nice to me, even though I was mean to you, blah, blah, blah. It makes you seem fake. Why are you so nice to everybody? I was like, dude, maybe I'm just a fucking nice guy, man. Maybe I'm not an asshole, man. Maybe I should have just tried to fuck you or something. I don't know, dude. But, yeah, like I said, I was really disappointed about that, man. Like I said, that really hurt my fucking feelings. I know that's not very manly to say, right? It's not very manly to say that it hurt my feelings, but you know, that's one of the great things about the net. You could make a connection with someone, and you know what I mean. And not even just her, but me and her had looked like we had a lot in common. But a lot of other people, you just talk to them. It's like, man, we have something in common. This is cool. Making a friendship, and it's like, fuck, you're crazy. Damn it. You know what I mean? I don't know, but this video got pretty long. I didn't mean for it to get that long, but so I'm gonna end it right there. That's kind of like my inner pals update, basically catfishing, yada yada.